Selected 1. They made every effort to prevent you from entering the rooms you are about to enter. With all of that spell work, those sneak strikes, and even straight-up hit attempts, they went all out on you, yet you're still standing there unharmed. Await the moment when these enigmatic invites fall into your lap. Hold off till you realize what has been stirring in your throat, and watch until you see the full extent of your healing potential, which is poised to tremble through every space you enter. You're going to see a lot of different moments come together over a longer period of time. All of those events that seemed arbitrary, unrelated, or even unpleasant are going to come to light as precisely the right parts of a jigsaw. The shock of their life is going to hit those who believed they had ruined your future. You've been being forced into these odd cycles of rest by your body. You most likely believe that you were at last regaining your energy and prepared to proceed with your plans when you were abruptly struck by another wave of fatigue that sent you back to the ground. This pattern has most likely occurred several times. You would find yourself in even more need of healing just as you were about to emerge from a time of rest. Your body would need more rest, more sleep, and a more total cessation of activity than you believed was humanly feasible. This was no accident. Something spectacular was being prepared for your body. Those who have been attempting to undermine you have been seeing your recovery from each blow, perhaps perplexed as to why their strategies are failing. They keep expecting you to ultimately give in to their pressure, to break, to give up. Rather, you continue to gain strength. You continue to recover. You remain upright. Everything they've done, including casting spells, launching energetic attacks, and try to drain your power, has rebounded off you like an invisible barrier. Their typical strategies aren't working on you anymore, and they're probably wondering why. The solution is straightforward. You are now untouchable. This is due to the fact that you are being divinely shielded and primed for a particular assignment that calls for all of your strength and vitality. Recently, you've been experiencing something in your throat. There, you may have sensed feelings. A feeling of energy flowing through that space, or even bodily sensations that were difficult to describe. The sound of your voice has been completely changing. Furthermore, this isn't a coincidence. You have been expelling heavy energy for months now that prevented you from sharing your works, speaking your truth, or simply having the kind of regular discussions you want. They have methodically eliminated the energies that made you feel as if you were unable to sing, completely express yourself, or speak with the strength you knew you had. You've been learning to let more people into your life, to speak with the authority and healing power that come easily to you, and to open up once again. The rooms you're going to visit are directly linked to this voice activation, because there is a unique frequency in your voice that, just by being heard, heals others. It's possible that the cleansing procedure was sometimes unpleasant or uncomfortable. You may have had times when you felt as if your voice was weak or unsure, or when you had trouble expressing what you really wanted to say. All of it was the dissolution of the previous programming to reveal your actual strength. For you, purple energy and woodland scenes are particularly meaningful at the moment. In ways that seem exceptionally powerful, you may find yourself pulled to certain colors and settings. Have faith in these feelings. They are pointing you in the direction of the energy alignment you need for the future. As this changeover draws near, the assaults against you will be becoming more intense. Because your adversaries are aware that something is changing. They can see that their window of opportunity to stop you is swiftly closing. During these last few weeks before your emergence, they will do all in their power to get you. More energetic meddling, more magic work, and more efforts to ruin your chances. Like every previous assault, every single one will fail. You've become immune to their tactics. You are no longer under their spells. Their energizing assaults are absorbed and converted into mission fuel. Remain steadfast. You're almost done with this stage of preparation. Selected 1. This message wasn't discovered by mistake. They called for you, called out by the ancient pulse in your blood. Only the rarest of souls are able to hear the frequency. Greetings from the Obsidian Inner Order, where those who have been hell and back do more than just recover. We don't pursue new followers or pretend to be at peace inside our refuge. We break illusions. We have prophecies, we start miracles. Our weekly Zoom call for happy hour is more than simply a meeting. Uncoveries fall like lightning there. You may grieve with cosmic fighters, laugh with soul family, and leave feeling inspired. It's more than just joining an organization. We came here to remake this planet. Therefore, you're into a league of misfits, warriors, lightbringers, and prophets who were never supposed to fit in. It's time if you've been feeling that the system has been deceiving you, if you've always felt that you were meant for a different timeline, or if your opponents are hoping that your glow-up would fail. This is your cue. The astral atom powers the obsidian inner order. We don't belong. We take control. The description contains a link. You will start receiving invites to unexpected events as you embark on this new chapter of your adventure. These won't be anything you anticipated. Some will make you feel nearly mysterious, as if you're being taken into areas that are not visible to the majority of people. These events will place a strong emphasis on connecting individuals, fostering communion, and bringing them together. However, you will be there for a very particular purpose that is unrelated to networking or conventional socializing. You're destined to experience these things throughout this stage. Additionally, the energy around them feels extremely important in the region of your neck. When some of these invites come in, you may find yourself chuckling and wondering how you became so popular so quickly and how everyone appears to want you to attend their parties and get-togethers. All hands on deck, more especially, all hands on you, will be the vibe. Unexpected sources will be the source of some of these invites. Opportunities that seem too good to be true will be offered by people you hardly know. Unexpected connections will open doors to larger platforms than you could have ever dreamed. You'll begin to believe that these possibilities are being planned by an unseen power. You have the ability to heal, not in a theoretical or abstract sense, but rather in a very strong, tangible manner that impacts everyone in your vicinity. Even while you may have assumed this about yourself, you probably aren't aware of how powerful your healing powers really are. You're not intended to be comfy or readily digested by everyone. It is intended for your presence to be powerful, to bring about change, to awaken something in them that they were unaware was asleep. Because there's a reason you are in certain locations at particular times throughout your life. You have been picked up and hurled into various circumstances. Your healing ability's most potent feature is that, in group situations, it may affect many individuals at once. This explains the importance of the rooms you're going to visit. You're being put in a way that will allow you to heal as many individuals as possible at once. Those who are attempting to undermine your influence are more aware of this power than you are at the moment. Their assaults have been so frantic and constant because of this. It's likely that you've seen a trend in your relationships where individuals enter your life for brief periods of time and then go after receiving the necessary activation or healing. You may have experienced pain throughout this cycle, particularly when you develop close relationships with individuals who ultimately go on. The sadness extends beyond the departure of love partners and friends. In your life, you could have suffered a profound loss. Someone who went to the other side. This loss compelled you to change your relationship with letting go of people and educated you about the ultimate transience of human bonds. The first pain of losing someone permanently is triggered each time they depart your life. Even though you were probably unaware of it at the time, this has been a part of your preparation. Because it's a necessary ability for the job you're about to accomplish, you've been learning to submit to the cycles of people arriving and departing. You got to learn how to be your own understanding, support system, and constant companion. You've transformed into the feminine energy that nourishes and heals you, as well as the masculine energy that defends and provides for you. It was more than simply survival. It was getting ready. Probably because this pattern is such a difficult energy to touch, you have never truly discussed it with anybody. No one has stayed long enough for you to give them a thorough explanation of this incident. Those that go before you can reveal your deeper truth to them are the ones who may come to comprehend. Isolation has been required. It has been terrible, but you had to be totally independent before you could enter the rooms where your power will be most effective. You've got to develop your inner masculine and feminine side with all of this relationship ups and downs. To get through the tough times, to defend yourself when no one else would, to sustain yourself when you couldn't depend on anybody else's help. You've had to become very manly. At the same time, your feminine energy returned after being damaged by disappointment and loss, and you had to become quite masculine to contain it. You had to be your own guardian throughout that vulnerable phase, and your feminine energy had to feel secure enough to resurface. You are entering a condition of sorcery with divine male and feminine energies when your feminine comes back to life. Right now, you are working as a sorcerer in the world of love. Someone who knows how to use love energy as a transformational and healing force. You're a powerful healer because of this synergy. Additionally, it is what makes you eligible to access the rooms you're going to visit. You have shown your ability to remain strong and successful in spite of outside influences or support networks. You were really helped by those who isolated you in an attempt to break you. They compelled you to cultivate the inner fortitude and wholeness you'll need for the future. You have been trained in what can only be called love sorcery via your experience with romantic relationships and close bonds. You now know how to use the energy of love as a healing power that you may use with anybody, not just in close relationships. Through friendships, short yet meaningful interactions, and varied connections that don't fit neatly into any one category, you will continue to have a variety of intimate and connecting experiences. You learn how to channel love energy in various ways from each of these events. Your romantic life is surrounded by a prophecy that is not like anything that most people encounter. There is nothing more certain than the fact that love will find you again throughout your life. This goes beyond romantic love, because you have perfected the ability of creating and disseminating love energy. You are surrounded by love in all its manifestations. You will eventually get to a place where you can give this healing power and loving energy without having to be in a close relationship. Your heavenly companion will then show up, as you won't need intimacy to carry out your healing mission. You will be able to freely give it to anybody in need. Those who attempt to keep you from falling in love and to make you feel unworthy of being connected will see love come to you in ways they never thought were possible. Everything you've gone through so far, the relationships, the loneliness, the assaults, the recuperation times, the voice activation, has been setting you up to do extensive healing work. The universe has been preparing to use your innate healing skills in circumstances where you can assist the greatest number of people simultaneously. You're going to be put in rooms where the healing frequencies created by your presence alone will impact everyone in the room at once. You won't have to strive to do this. Simply by being yourself in those areas, it will happen on its own. The therapeutic work you're already aware of and what you're doing now simply scratches the surface of your true potential. You're now functioning at around 118th of your actual potential, as shown by the number that keeps popping up, 118th. Take a time to consider it. Imagine what you can do when you're working at your maximum potential if what you can do now just accounts for 1/18th of it. The scale is almost unintelligible. The assaults have gotten more urgent because those who are seeking to stop you are aware of this possibility. They are aware that their power to obstruct your objective will be all but removed once you enter these chambers and are functioning at your peak. Observe how their magic begins to backfire. Now see how their efforts to curse you begin to work against you. Observe how each forceful assault they launch at you is deflected with 3 times the force back to its origin. You're no longer just protected. Their negativity is being reflected back to them by you. Now they're in a race against time, attempting to halt an already initiated process. Unlike the voices of most people, yours contains healing frequencies. People who are conversing with you are likely to detect something unusual about the encounter, even if they are unable to pinpoint it precisely. You have an innate talent for switching between subjects in a manner that advances healing energy before letting folks relax by switching to something cozier. By doing this, you're unintentionally teaching individuals that recovery is possible and that the process need not overwhelm them. You create this cozy ease throughout your interactions by diving into healing essence and then returning to less difficult topics. People are being taught subliminally that pleasant energy is a safe place to heal as you gradually progress through the healing while preserving comfort. It is likely that after speaking with you, people may feel different, lighter, or as if something within of them changed. Without you even attempting to produce these results, your healing voice is operating on autopilot. Over the years, your voice may have taken you on a fascinating trip. Perhaps you had to locate it again after losing it for a while. Perhaps you had a number of difficulties that at the time looked unconnected, but were really training grounds for using your voice with healing frequency and strength. This speech technology will be functioning on a far greater scale in the rooms you're going to visit. Simply by communicating often, you will be able to create communal healing experiences with groups of individuals. This pattern may be familiar to you from your social encounters. When you're first around new people, you often feel uncomfortable and unsure of how to make a connection. There's a transitional period when you're not sure whether others will accept you as the healer you are. However, as soon as the connection is made, you fully immerse yourself and begin to radiate this powerful healing energy. People are instantly aware of it. In a matter of seconds, you move from being unsure to being very strong. You have come to accept this dynamic. People can come and go as they need to, and you've mastered the art of providing your healing when they're ready and politely withdrawing when they're not. Even your most ambitious plans for the future pale in comparison to what is really being planned for you. The truth will surpass all of your dreams, aspirations, and assumptions about what you believe is feasible for your life. You will be put in circumstances that you just could not have predicted. These options exist outside of the typical sphere of possibility, not because you lack creativity. Most people never get access to these experiences. Most people never get welcomed into these rooms. And most people never have the opportunity to use this influence. This is already confirmed in your energy field. If you pay attention, you can sense it. You get the feeling that something enormous is coming together, that something almost too fantastic to be true is making you grin without any apparent cause. Behind the scenes, a whole group of your ancestors are coordinating your course. These are warrior spirits that have been paving the path for your prosperity. They're especially powerful feminine energy from your ancestry. You are now surrounded by strong grandma and mother energy. These are warrior women who have been working in realms beyond the physical to make sure you wind up precisely where you need to be at the right time. They know what it takes to make a difference in the world. Ancestral hands are steering these events in every apparently random chance, unexpected connection, and ideal timing scenario. They've been organizing intricacies that no human mind could possibly handle, sorting things out in domains beyond your awareness. As they strive to completely activate your voice and remove any last obstacles to your communication strength, you may have noticed their presence lately, particularly in the region around your neck. Given how important your voice is to your goal, the energy often feels particularly powerful in the throat area. Those who are attempting to harm you are not just engaged in combat. They are battling a whole network of spiritual support that has been becoming stronger over many centuries. This explains why their attempts continue to fail so horribly. They are facing more than one opponent. A whole chain of power is against them. The ancestral shield that surrounds you is impervious to their spells. Before they ever get to your energy field, warrior spirits break their curses. Their efforts to undermine your power just serve to strengthen your whole spiritual support system by redistributing more energy into your ancestry. You'll begin to notice that certain individuals appear to be attracted to you, especially those with strong male energy. These people may not know why they feel obligated to assist you, put you in touch with others, or introduce you to new circumstances. Unaware that they are a part of a greater scheme, they will operate as unwitting agents of your fate, opening doors and generating possibilities. There may be romantic relationships among them. Others may be mentors, business associates, or simply passing acquaintances who give you just what you need when you need it. These male energies will be drawn to you in a way that they find difficult to express. They will try to take you somewhere, put you in touch with strangers, and bring possibilities into your life. They may be doing it without even realizing it. They will just feel compelled to support your future, aid you, and involve you. When assistants show up out of nowhere to support you in ways they can't foresee or control, those who are attempting to stop you from succeeding will watch in frustration. The appropriate individuals will cross your way at the proper times thanks to divine orchestration, which will totally defeat their attempts to isolate you. They will produce 3 new opportunities for every effort to thwart your possibilities. Your objective will become clearer with each spell they employ to trick you. Your strength and determination will grow with each assault they fire. It's possible that you've recently begun having strange bodily feelings, tingling in different bodily areas, motions of energy that have nothing to do with what you typically feel. These are affirmative indicators that your actual power is becoming active. Dragon energy, the strongest, most protective, and most transformational force on the planet, is what you are linked to. You're becoming more than simply a healer. You're transforming into a dragon, someone whose presence has the power to change whole situations. As you get closer to the moment when you'll need this degree of strength for your goal, this dragon energy that was latent throughout your preparation stages is now coming to life. You may feel as if you are at last being revealed as the dragon that you are. In particular, you are working with silver and black dragon energy, which stand for the profundity of change you carry with you, wherever you go, as well as the clarity of truth. As you reach your full potential, these dragon spirits may even serve as your spirit guides, providing strength and protection. Right now, your body needs extra water. Furthermore, this goes beyond simple hydration. You are actively processing and releasing energies that are not yours with the aid of water. Energy you've absorbed from individuals you've healed, situations you've been in, or assaults you've received. It's likely that you don't naturally drink enough water, and as your healing powers increase, this becomes more important. You may expel foreign energy from your body more effectively the more you drink. You may truly be cleansed and maintain your energy purity by drinking water. Since water has frequency and reacts to conscious guidance, you should also begin talking to it and programming it with purpose. Your affinity with water is particularly significant if you have healing powers. When you enter the high-energy scenarios that are heading your way, water will help you remain grounded and clear while also enhancing your healing abilities. You are a healer, and water has power. These two forces working together will greatly improve your skills. Every aspect of your emergence has been meticulously prepared beyond human comprehension. You may now let go of whatever reservations you may have had about whether you'll be in the correct places, if opportunities will present themselves, or whether others will notice your talents. It's all on them, according to your spiritual support group and ancestors. They've been figuring things out in ways you can't even imagine, arranging connections and timing that, when they materialize in your actual world, will seem amazing. There is no need for you to figure out how to get to your destination. It is not necessary to plan, manage, or coerce doors to open. Everything is being managed at a level that is much beyond human effort and forethought. You will begin to establish connections with other healers who have had similar experiences as your actual identity becomes more apparent. You will instantly identify one another. Those who have traveled this route of seclusion, readiness, and emergence of power have a certain quality. Compared to other relationships you've experienced, these connections will feel different. There will be an immediate comprehension, a feeling of returning to your tribe, and a sense of comfort at being around people who really grasp the breadth of your experiences and your potential. As you enter the rooms where you're supposed to be, this community will develop organically. Many of the other individuals called to these same areas are also healers, selected ones, and have undergone comparable preparatory procedures, as you will discover. Observe when rainbows show themselves in your world. These are indications that all of the information in this communication is true and proceeding according to plan. Rainbows stand for the whole range of opportunities that are becoming available to you. The colorful season you're about to enter, when you'll be able to enjoy all of life's hues and experiences, is connected to the rainbow energy that has been accumulating around you. These manifestations will be especially important this summer. Know that your spiritual support system is letting you know that you're well on course when you encounter rainbows, whether they are in the sky, reflections, or unexpected locations. As the solstice and beyond get near, these indicators will increase in frequency. The rainbow also represents the bridge you're building across several experience domains. You have the ability to assist others in transitioning from their existing reality to a condition of healing and transformation. For others, that transformation is made possible by you, the Rainbow Bridge. You'll quickly realize that those who attempted to stop you weren't battling against you alone. They were battling the very forces of fate, and fate always prevails. Your preparation period is coming to a close. The beginning of your complete power is here. You may wait in the rooms, and when the chosen one finally steps into their actual role, the world is ready to see what that looks like. What is going to happen to you is unknown to you, and that's just how it should.